Have you ever felt like you are doing it too much or not enough? Too loud in some moments, too quiet in others? Maybe you cry at the grocery store over something small, a jar of something they used to love, a song playing over the speakers, and you felt embarrassed, like you should not still be here, like you should be further along by now. Or maybe you made it through an entire week without crying, and then you started to wonder what was wrong with you, why you were not feeling more, whether you were forgetting them. Maybe the people around you have started to give you a look. You know the one that says, shouldn't you be better by now? Maybe they have stopped calling as much because they do not know what to say, because they expected grief to look a certain way, and yours does not look like that. And somewhere along the way, maybe you started to believe them. Maybe you started to wonder if you are taking too long, feeling too much, or not feeling the right things at the right times. That is one of the heaviest things about grief after losing a spouse. Not just the loss itself, but the quiet shame of wondering if you are grieving wrong. But here is the truth: there is no right way to grieve, and there is no wrong way either. Grief after losing your spouse is not a process with rules, it is not a checklist, it is not five stages in the right order that you move through neatly until one day you are finished. It is love, and love does not have a timeline. And I want you to hear me. If you are still grieving years later, you are not broken, you are not stuck, you are not doing it wrong. You loved someone and you lost them. And the size of your grief is a direct reflection of the size of your love. You do not get to measure one without the other. The world may have moved on. Your calendar may look different. People around you may have stopped bringing it up. But inside, you are still carrying something real. And that is not a problem. That is not something to be ashamed of, or something to be fixed, or explained to anyone. Your pain is real, whether you have a name for it or not. What makes it harder is that grief after losing a spouse does not just visit you on the hard days. It shows up on ordinary Tuesdays. It shows up when a song plays, when the season changes, when you hear their name in someone else's story, when you go to the grocery store and for 1 second, out of pure habit, you reach for their favorite thing. That is not you being weak. That is not you refusing to move forward. That is love still living in your body. And it deserves to be treated with gentleness, not impatience. You do not have to put a label on your grief just to make others feel more comfortable. There is something I have come to believe about healing. Healing is not the absence of pain, healing is learning to carry it differently. It is learning to let the pain speak without letting it have the last word. It is finding one small breath of hope inside the heaviness. Not every day, but some days. And those days matter. Every single one of them. Starting over is not about having a plan. It is just about having the courage to exist in the not knowing. Psalm 34, verse 18 tells us that God is close to the brokenhearted, not far from them, not waiting for them to get better first, but He is close. That means right where you are, in the ordinary Tuesday, in the quiet house, in the grocery aisle with your hand on something that reminds you of them. God is not expecting you to be finished. God is with you in the middle of it. And that is enough. You are enough. Right where you are. If any of this touch something you have been carrying quietly, I want you to know you are in the right place. This channel was created for exactly this. For the grief that does not fit neatly into a timeline. For the feelings that are hard to say out loud. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. We'll welcome you here. Drop the comment below. Tell me where you are in your journey. I read every single one, and I promise you are not alone in this. Your grief is not wrong, it is just yours. If you are trying to find your way through the fog, I am walking that same path. Let us learn how to breathe again together. Be gentle with yourself. Until next time, take care.